A lot of people want to start their careers making a mark with content-based cinema, trying to prove that they're actors. क्योंकि first time मैंने अपने career में, acting career में एक acting coach के साथ काम किया. पहली बार I've been able to find my own method. Rukmani is very different than who I am. She's very ambitious. She's very cutthroat. She's very focused. She's very, like, in a lot of ways she's very different than me. पहली बात तो Amir and Akshay are like they're like two planets who are, you know, revolving, existing on their own, and they're just amazing. They're fantastic. A lot of things have come my way. I've been lucky, but when I did them with all my heart. You know, I did that with a lot of passion.
I'm sure many of you are going to be jealous today after you find out who we have here with us today. She started her career as a model, turned into an actress, and is also a producer. She is in fact also a trained Kathak dancer. She has given us great performances starting with Hazaaron Khwaishein Aisi, Inkar, to Desi Boys and many more. Cannot think of enough adjectives to introduce her. This is Chitrangada Singh. Thank you for joining us today on Midday.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations, you're working on this new film right now, and you know it's in the lines to get released soon enough in this
31st ko release ho raha hai.
Correct, yeah.
Please watch. Let's start with that.
So I wanted to know that, you know, if I see your career graph, you've done absolutely different kind of roles. You don't stick to one particular thing. You experiment so much. How was Gaslight like in regards to that? And when you were working in this process, what was that one thing you found it the most difficult working on this character?
Rukmani's character is like आप एक तरह से एक femme fatale बोल सकते हैं. She's somebody who's very confident of एक जो होता है आपका power over men. Like you feel that you're beautiful, या एक आपकी sensuality है that you can use sometimes. So it थोड़ा बहुत उस तरह का character है. और उसके बहुत shades हैं, but this is how she, like, basically her presence is. So ये बहुत ही एक स्टीरियोटाइप भी हो सकता था, लेकिन आई थिंक पवन जो हमारे डायरेक्टर हैं कृपलानी एंड हमारा एक्टिंग कोच रुपेश, फैंटास्टिक. आई मीन दैट्स द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ माई लाइफ दैट आई हैव हैड. सो वी ऑल सैट एंड वी थॉट दैट, यू नो, उसको कैसे कुछ अलग बनाएं, लाइक देयर शुड बी समथिंग एल्स टू इट. तो कुछ हमने छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हमने उसमें डाली. इन द वे शी टॉक्स, शी लुक्स, जो साइलेंसेस हैं वो कैसे प्ले करती है, वो वॉइस को कैसे यूज़ करती है, हाउ द वॉइस इज गॉन अ लॉट हस्कियर, लाइक इट्स मच मोर लाइक बेस व्हेन शी इज टॉकिंग द होल टाइम. दिस इज द टोन दैट शी इज टॉकिंग. शी इज नॉट टॉकिंग लाइक दिस, शी इज टॉकिंग हियर एंड शी इज ऑलवेज, सो यू नो, सो दैट्स देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स दैट वी डिड. हाँ, लाइक स्लो पेस, डीपर, हेवियर वॉइस, ऑलवेज हस्की. हमने ये छोटे बहुत चेंजेस किए थे उसके अंदर टू मेक इट साउंड डिफरेंट, सो दैट आई डोंट साउंड लाइक हाउ आई साउंड इन ऑल फिल्म्स. तो कुछ ऐसी थोड़ी बहुत हमने चेंजेस किए हैं. दैट आई डोंट थिंक आई फाउंड इट डिफिकल्ट, बट मुझे बड़ा एक्साइटिंग लगा, क्योंकि फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने अपने करियर में, एक्टिंग करियर में, एक एक्टिंग कोच के साथ काम किया, विच आई हैव नॉट डन सो फार. मतलब I've just not had the chance, and fortunately Rupesh was on the film. So पहली बार एक एक्टिंग कोच के साथ, I loved it. उन्होंने मुझे as an actor to find my own method help किया, you know. So इतने सालों के बाद और इतनी फिल्म्स करने के बाद मुझे लगता है पहली बार I've been able to find my own method, जिसको कहते हैं ना कि आप मतलब as an actor आपका क्या मेथड है, अगर आप किसी को पूछते हैं क्वेश्चन. So sometimes, a lot of times ऐसा होता है कि आपको कोई मेथड नहीं होता है, you find it as you go. But I think ये पहली बार है कि एक तरह से you can find, I can structure my method, I can say कि हाँ ये मेरा method है, this is how I will want to work on something so that I can make it different, you know, क्योंकि हर इंसान अलग होता है. कैसे अलग होता है, how is it different? So I mean, yeah, sorry, I've just gone really deep into it, but that has been the most exciting part. Difficult, little bit, but more exciting.
But positively challenging and something you wanted to, you know, move
Very
out of the comfort zone.
Positively
and work
challenging.
on it.
I think that's the word. Yeah.
The character seems exciting when I saw the trailer itself, and I wanted to understand that when you're working on that character, when you're playing that character, within your head you're still yourself. Right, you're Chitrangada Singh when you're playing the character. Did you feel that there are certain similarities between that character and you at a particular point, or do you feel they are poles apart?
Very different. Rukmani is very different than who I am. She's very ambitious. She's very cutthroat. She's very focused. She's very, like, in a lot of ways she's very different than me. I think इसलिए शायद इतना हमें उस पर work करना पड़ा. I think that's the reason why. Like, as part of my acting coach ने, as part of my prep and exercise जो आपको करनी होती है as an actor, he made me write like a full story of what her childhood was. सो आई हैव एक्चुअली लिटरली एक छोटा सा सिनॉप्सिस, एक फिल्म का सिनॉप्सिस बन चुका है दैट आई रोट कि व्हाट वाज शी डूइंग व्हेन शी वाज 12 इयर्स ओल्ड. फिर उसका एक भाई था, मैंने एक भाई बनाया जो 7 साल का था. वो बहुत कमज़ोर था, उसको एस्थमा था. एक फूल था जिस पेड़ के नीचे जिसको ज़्यादा एलर्जी हो जाती थी, और मैं उसको वहाँ लेकर गई खेलने के लिए, एंड उसकी वजह से उसको एस्थमा अटैक हुआ एंड ही डाइड इन फ्रंट ऑफ माई आईज एंड आई कुडंट डू एनीथिंग. सो लाइक अ होल स्टोरी दैट आई बिल्ट. सो मुझे लगता है कि जब मैंने ये एक्सरसाइज करी रुपेश के साथ, ही वाज अमेज्ड, ही वाज लाइक इस पे तो फिल्म बननी चाहिए. आई वाज लाइक, ओ गॉड, दिस इज अनदर मिस्टीरियस हॉरर फिल्म हैपनिंग. बट दिस होल एक्सरसाइज रियली हेल्प मी टू बिकम रुक्मणी. तो मैं जैसे ही स्टेज, मतलब जैसे सेट पर जाती थी, और जैसे ही मुझे ये मेमोरी आती थी ऑफ दैट मोमेंट जो मैंने खुद लिखी है, आई वुड जस्ट टर्न इनटू रुक्मणी लाइक दैट. यू नो, आई कांट एक्सप्लेन इट, पर आप जब खुद बैठ के लिखते हो ऐसा कुछ, और इतना डिटेल में लिखते हो कि वो सेवल जो एक फूल होता है, उसका पेड़ होता है, वो एलर्जिक होता है बहुत, लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ एस्थमा पेशेंट्स आर वेरी एलर्जिक टू इट. तो वो सेमल के फूल, सेमल के पेड़ के नीचे बैठा हुआ था, वो खेल रहा था दोपहर को. शी इंसिस्टेड कि तू मेरे साथ चल खेल, एंड पेरेंट्स सो रहे थे दोपहर को, दोपहर का समय था, यू नो, थिंग्स लाइक दैट. सो व्हेन यू राइट दिस काइंड ऑफ डिटेल, तो जब आप सेट पे जाते हो एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू रीडिंग योर लाइन्स, यू सडनली बिकम रुक्मणी, दैट वुमन हु इज़ नॉट लव्ड, दैट वुमन हु probably the parents always thought was responsible for the death of her own brother. तो इस तरह की चीज़ें, you know, so when you write such kind of things about your own character, तो वो बड़ा आसान, मुझे this is the exercise I'm talking about that I did with Rupesh, कि मुझे इतना आसान लगा to become Rukmani then. So I would just like step into her. So answering your question, I think I was very less Chitrangada in this role. बाकी मैंने जितने भी रोल्स किए हैं, चाहे वो पहली फिल्म है, पहली फिल्म तो मुझे लगता है मैं 95% इज मी. वो गीता राव इज 95% मी, if not 99. And even the other characters that I played, पर मुझे लगता है कि पहली बार है रुक्मिणी का कैरेक्टर जो इतना अलग है मुझसे in a lot of ways.
I don't want to ask this question, you know, that whenever actors, like a senior actor and an upcoming actor or a very new actor are working together, they are asked, what do you have to learn from the senior actor? But I want to understand, you are coming from a different generation, you have great experience with time, and working with Sara and Vikrant, what do you think the older generation of actors have to learn from the younger generation of actors?
You know, मुझे ऐसा लगता है that there's something called screen age. You know, so screen age is how much of work you've done. अगर आप मेरा काम देखें, I think मैंने बहुत कम काम किया है in that sense. But when you look at, say, Vikrant, if you look at his screen age, like जितना उन्होंने काम किया है, like पहले television 10 years, 13 years I think, and then 10 years of this, उन्होंने बहुत काम किया है. Like I think Sara and me put together have not done that much जितना वो काम कर चुके हैं. And even Sara's done what, 5 films already. I mean, that's a lot of work for what, 4 years, in this 4 years that she's done. Especially with Vikrant, तो like he had a lot of ideas, lot of improvisations, बहुत suggestions. हमने बैठ के एक साथ भी काम किया. What did I learn from them is probably, I don't know, I didn't see anything different. I mean, they were, so yeah, I guess that. But I think Vikrant से मैंने जो एक चीज़, अगर मैं as an actor, if I think what I like about him, if I was to say, is वो बहुत ही subtle है, बहुत ही छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे, details पे काम करते हैं, which is, and with Sara, I think the fact that she's very spontaneous is very nice. Yeah.
When you speak about the fact that you've done limited movies in your limited in the sense, it seems like you're very picky when you are choosing your scripts. So when you're doing that, you're taking your time. You know, in an interview, you actually mentioned you're not Amir Khan, but you're also not Akshay Kumar, I would say, who's working on too many scripts on one go, or, you know, you're just being like 2 years, or maybe like बहुत कम time में, like a decade and then one movie, something like that. You've not done that as well. But when you're picking your scripts, what's the process like? Do you read on it, or do you have some mentor or somebody you go up to discuss and decide that, you know, I think I should work on this?
पहली बात तो Amir and Akshay are like they're like two planets who are, you know, revolving, existing on their own, and they're just amazing. They're fantastic. हर actor picky होता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कुछ भी करते हैं, right? For me also, I think I'm picky, but then it's out of what you get offered. Sometimes you're not fortunate enough कि आपको ऐसा काम, ऐसे लोगों के साथ काम करने को मिले, या ऐसे ऑफर मिले जो आपको बहुत अच्छे लगे, और द पार्ट दैट दे ऑफरिंग यू इज़ नॉट इंटरेस्टिंग, चाहे बाकी सब सेटअप बहुत अच्छा हो, पर आप क्या कर रहे हैं उस फिल्म के अंदर, आपको क्या पार्ट ऑफर किया. आई थिंक दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो आई थिंक दिस बीन अ मिक्स ऑफ दैट, प्लस आई हैव ऑल्सो टेकन अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रेक्स इन बिटवीन. तो कुछ ऐसा I think combination ऐसा था कि जिसकी वजह से maybe I suffered because of course when you take time off उससे फ़र्क पड़ता है definitely on your work and the work that you're getting offered. You miss out on opportunities. So maybe it's like a mix of that. पर ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे काम नहीं करना या मैं काम नहीं करना चाहती. Nothing like that at all. I want to work. I'm as greedy as any actor for a good role, for a good part, good script to work on. So nothing like that. But yeah, I hope, yeah.
Whatever roles you've picked up, they have been bang on. Like, I remember just after watching the trailer of Inkar, I was like, I need to watch it more. And I was in school at that point of time.
Oh, wow.
I was not
Okay.
even in college or studying, okay, this is happening or not happening. But it was so different. And then I remember I was in Bangalore sitting with my husband watching Modern Love. And I couldn't forget the idea of you as a writer in that station, wearing that sari, that
I liked
proper.
it.
We loved it.
Thank you.
So, I mean, you might, it's just so amazing to see the kind of roles you've picked up. What is that one thing do you think that you have as an actor which others might not have, that there is a different spark that you have?
A lot of people want to start their careers making a mark with content-based cinema, trying to prove that they're actors, and then they want to carry on. Whereas some people just want a commercial film and a start or a song or something and want to treat them like that's how they want to be seen. It's like you're probably somebody who's done both and convincingly. Like when you did a Kundi Mat Khatka or you did a Hazaro Khwaishein Aise, like you've really gone to both ends of the spectrum. So I was like, wow, that's interesting. So I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of other actors who've done similar work, but I think the one thing, if I would say for me, I think I've tried to do both, and I've tried my best to do both as an actor again. Even a Kundi, I think to play an item girl, what you might call, is a character. एक कैरेक्टर है, किरदार है, एक ऐसी औरत का जो बहुत कंफर्टेबल है with her sensuality, with who she is. She's confident of her body, of herself. तो वो भी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये कैरेक्टर ही है, to quite an extent. So yeah, I think I've been able to play both ends of the spectrum pretty well, yeah, if I may say. Yes.
You're coming from a background of sports.
Yeah.
People in your family come from a sports background, and you are somebody who likes kickboxing, and you practice that, you've learned it.
I do.
And do you do it on a regular basis or weekly?
I was doing it very regularly. Even now, like my gym bag has my gloves and has my tapes and everything. So every day I carry it with me. But I probably do it like twice or thrice a week, not so regular. But एक time था जब मैं I was doing it every day. Through COVID, that's all I did. That was only kickboxing, and I was lucky enough कि एक national champion है इटली के, Valentino. So he was with us at that time. तो मैं उनके साथ शुरू किया. So that's when I took it very seriously.
Also golf. You play golf.
I play golf a little bit.
So that also you do on a
also family. ये मैंने बहुत पहले खेलना शुरू किया था actually. My brother started playing golf, and मैं school में थी. So then, and I married a golfer also, a professional golfer. So I think just to understand कि ये है क्या, to understand कि what is the difficulty, how is it challenging, what's the game. I mean, that was my life. There was so much golf around me. तो इसलिए मैंने
You wanted to understand the game.
Yeah, just to understand the game. मतलब आप जब तक खेलोगे नहीं, आपको समझ ही नहीं आएगा कि भाई इसमें डिग्री और डिफिकल्टी है क्या, प्रॉब्लम क्या है to hit the ball like this, it just has to go there or drop in that hole, that's it. But so that's why I started learning golf. But I really enjoyed it, and I think आज अगर आप मुझे कहें कि बैठ के टीवी पे आ रहा है, मैं बैठ के एक गोल्फ टूर्नामेंट आराम से देख सकती हूँ टेलीविजन पे. That's the level of interest that I have, that I can watch golf, जो लोगों को बहुत बोरिंग लगता है.
And what about Kathak? I mean, I remember when I was reading about you, and Kathak was something that I learned later, that okay, she's also a trained Kathak dancer.
Yeah. But this was way back, like before I joined movies. I had learned Kathak for 3 years, like properly. I had trained for that. So, the exam and all that I also had given. I'm just 3 years, that's it. It's not like I'm trained like for too many years. But 3 years of that, and I've been in touch uske baad, like off and on. Yeah.
You as a personality, not just an actor, because you've been a producer as well.
I have.
You started with modeling.
Yes.
So when you see the whole of it together, where do you feel that you are right now? Where do you see yourself? And where do you see yourself in the coming future?
The way you're putting it, it sounds like a very big deal. But मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब as and when things keep coming to you in life, and if you're open to it, I think आप इतना कुछ कर सकते हो. So I feel if you don't restrict yourself with a plan, it's probably it's good to have a plan. मतलब वो भी बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन it's just if I'm talking of myself, I think the best thing for me has been that there has been no plan. A lot of things have come my way. I've been lucky, but when I did them with all my heart. You know, I did that with a lot of passion. जो भी था, जो भी किया. I've also done little bit of target shooting. वो भी की है. जो भी आया सामने, you know, किया. And then Surma happened, you know, when I got a chance to produce a film like Surma, जो कि एक passion project था मेरे लिए. Great learning experience. I don't think मैंने acting करके इतना सीखा सिनेमा के बारे में या इस business के बारे में जितना मैंने एक film produce करके सीखा. So that was just such an eye opener. It's great experiences. Where do I see myself? I don't know यार. Next अभी मेरे साथ क्या होने वाला है मुझे नहीं पता. I don't know. Next is what? Next is what? That's the line. So I don't know. Yeah, but I think it'll be good things. It'll be good things.
So are you working on any film production, or you're anyway planning to direct a film?
No, there is no direction happening, but there is something that we are working on. Let's see. I hope inshallah something should work out. Yes.
What is a regular day for you like? Like when you're not working or when you're at home, how do you prefer your day being like? Or
chill out. कुछ नहीं करने का. Find a comfortable couch, relax, watch like a good series or something. I do really good caramel popcorns. Oh. So caramel popcorn and salted popcorns mix करके bowl बना के बैठ के बस. That's it.
Then we should do this together someday, because that's exactly what I do.
It's the best. It's the best
thing you can do.
Because you have to rest your mind ना. अगर आप फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ करते रहोगे तो फिर where are you resting?
True.
This is actual chilling out. Like when you're doing nothing, you're staring at a wall and you're having popcorns, doing nothing.
And you travel also enough. I mean, I was going through all your stories of
I do.
Kashmir.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
I travel quite a bit whenever I can. I love the hills. I'm going again to a place called Pancheshwar, उत्तराखंड में. I'm leaving day after for a fishing trip. So वहाँ पे हमारे इंडिया में बहुत अच्छी golden महासेर is a fish, जो कि a lot of people across the world come to India to fish only for the golden महासेर, जो कि बहुत कम जगहों पे मिलती है. So that's one place in Pancheshwar जहाँ पे we're going for the fishing.
So you're sitting and so you did research on this also and you planned, okay, I want to do this.
नहीं, so in the family fishing has been happening for some time. ऐसा नहीं है क्योंकि हम पहले एक जगह है हिमाचल में, तीर्थन वैली, जहाँ पे तीर्थन रिवर है, तो वहाँ पे हम ट्राउट फिशिंग के लिए भी गए थे, जहाँ पे फ्रेश रिवर ट्राउट. So I've been doing a little bit of that बचपन से. जी.
Do you cook?
Little bit. मतलब I'm not a natural cook. मुझे पूरी लिस्ट बनानी पड़ेगी, एक चीज़ like measure करनी पड़ेगी. ऐसा नहीं कि अच्छा थोड़ा सा नमक थोड़ा डाल दो, ये कर दो. I'm not that. I'm not a natural cook. No. So I'm not much of a cook.
So what are you watching right now? A series or a movie that you will watch?
I'm watching Farzi. Shahid's Farzi, जो amazing. It's one of the best things I've seen on TV recently. I'm watching that.
Thank you for joining us today. It was our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.